America's national parks protect our heritage, tell our nation's stories, and belong to you. Here in Virginia, more Civil War battles were fought than anywhere else, and many of the places where North met South are now national parks. Epic battlefields like Fredericksburg and Manassas, government and economic centers like Richmond, and the war's final campaign grounds of Petersburg and Appomattox Courthouse preserve and present our nation's most defining event. But before we fought the Civil War, our nation formed its roots in Virginia, at Jamestown and Yorktown, and moved west through the Cumberland Gap. The Old Dominion was also home to great American figures like George Washington and Robert E. Lee, educator Booker T. Washington, and entrepreneur Maggie L. Walker.
Now this is Maggie Walker's house, and we're going to go inside.
The stories of people and places like these provide insight into the American experience at national parks across Virginia.
From the mountains to the seashore, nature, wildlife, and scenic beauty are also part of the experience. Shenandoah National Park and the Blue Ridge Parkway wind more than 300 miles through the Appalachian Mountains, with hundreds of miles of hiking trails and dozens of scenic overlooks. Turning eastward, look to a day on the beach at Assateague Island National Seashore, where wild horses make their home among the storm-tossed seas and the gentle breezes of this barrier island.
The hardest part may be deciding where to begin. Should you ride your bike through a salt marsh? Choose to sit and watch a sunset from a mountaintop, or tour a battlefield with a park ranger as your guide. Maybe you'd like to add to your life list of birds and wildlife, or become more involved and volunteer. Or just for fun, you can earn a Junior Ranger badge while learning more about the history and environment of Virginia. With more than 20 national park units covering over 250,000 acres, there's something for every age and interest. And no state east of the Mississippi has more park area than Virginia. So chances are there's a national park site near you. And nationwide, nearly 400 national park units have been set aside by citizens to preserve a part of our nation's beauty and heritage. To learn more or to plan your visit, see us online at nps.gov/Virginia.
Tune in for the latest film by Ken Burns, The National Parks, America's Best Idea, on your community idea stations.